We have a lot of elderly people's homes. We have a lot of people who live alone, disabled people. They can't get out and about anyway, so we're inclined to knock on their doors, ask them if they want any help at all. Helping with filling out forms for their pension guarantee or for their care in the home. We also help as regarding transport, maybe to the day centres. Although, of course, recently, in the last year or so, Hobcote House Centre has been closed down by the Lib Dems, which is very, very worrying for the clients there. And in fact, some of them still haven't got places to go. So that is why we continue to contact the elderly people, especially on their own, so they at least see somebody on a weekly basis.
Certainly there needs to be improvement because we have a lot of young people who don't know what to do. They hang around on street corners and people perceive them as being a threat and a crime threat. And not always, they're just bored. And Kingston Liberal Democrat administration has failed consistently to provide facilities for young people in the age range of about 13 to 16 to get them off the streets and get them involved with something. That comes back to my interest in sport. In Canterbury Ward, where I'm standing, we actually had kids hanging around, causing a lot of bother, and we got, with the Safer Neighbourhood Police, we got together and we set up a football scheme for them. They're now off the streets playing football and they're really enjoying it.
Well, I've been a councillor now for 26 years, and the things that concern me very much is the elderly and disabled people who aren't aware of their benefits. And being a professional social worker, I'm very conversant with the benefits procedures, and I have a great pleasure in people contacting me, and I give a personal interview with them. The forms are very difficult to fill in, and I take great pleasure in filling them up for them.
For the last couple of weeks, loads of people have been really concerned about a planning application that have been put in for this massage parlour behind us. It's a retrospective application. It backs onto a primary school just there. There's a secondary school literally just about 100 yards behind you, and people just don't want to have it here. We've been doing a petition. We've had over 200 signatures, which is really good. We haven't done it by ourselves. The schools have been helping us. We've had local residents helping us, and we've got it into the council, and we've actually got the planning application turned down. It's really good news. One
of the biggest issues facing our country, of course, is housing. And it's not an issue which is going to go away, and we must face it head on. As you can see, some of our residents are having to live with damp on the walls. They're having to live in actually rather difficult conditions, and one has to ask, I think, whether or not it's good for our children to be living in such housing standards.
Put a lot of effort into looking after the houses, spend a lot of money, and bring their children up well, and they have to live here, and it's dangerous. There's bottles here. I mean, there's obviously lots of drinking going on at nights, and who knows what else. And this is obviously antisocial behaviour. It's got to, and nobody wants to live like this, and why should they?